Yeah, if you're wondering, my PC hard drive is normally never this slow. Trust me. I don't know why it's being slow today. It shouldn't be being slow, but okay. Even though probably about an hour ago I turned off the PC and it was working just fine. So, I don't know what that's about. There we are, we're in. What we want to do here is launch Chrome. Chrome is going to be launching. Hoping Chrome actually launches now. Okay. I know hardware acceleration is off on Chrome, but I need my I need more power efficiency than anything else. Because having more power efficiency is better. Even though it may make the PC lag like crazy, it's going to be more efficient on the battery. Right, what I'm going to do... Right, pause that there. Hopefully I'll get a notification anyways. I might get a notification. Hopefully I should get a notification now. Okay, let's just wait now. Let's just wait until we get a notification. In my notification center. Just gonna wait now. Hard drive is busy. Oh, I'm getting lots of notifications now. Okay, you can see how many notifications I'm getting. And there we are. Press on my channel here. It's gonna bring me to a separate tab on Chrome. Hoping the stream is good. Why is it frozen? The fuck? There we go. Right, I was checking if everything was fine. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep that playing. And go be right back. So then, because like the lights are off right now in this room. So that's how I normally play. I play games with the lights off. What about you guys? Yeah. There we go. Now I've got some loud shit. You can actually see my light like actually start up. Now the lag you see here is yeah, it's kind of laggy because I'm on a different DNS server. I'm not on the same DNS server as I used to be. So it's also due to the bitrate as well. So if we exit out of this, take up a lot less bandwidth. You know what I mean? It's just close that. Just turn off the Wi-Fi on the PC. Now, I've got a ton of notifications I don't want to show you guys right now. But yeah, we just have a ton of notifications. Like if I could literally scroll down as well. Can't scroll, but you know. Yeah, I just got like lots of notifications as I showed you guys. So let's quickly just hit sleep. Now if you're wondering, my GPU's dying. No, this PC doesn't have a GPU, it's got an APU. I'm on about the GPU. Well, obviously, as you see on the TV screen, you could probably even hear the console itself. Now this console, I don't know what's going on with it, because ever since I installed that Toshiba hard drive, and yes, I've not showed you guys I've installed the Toshiba hard drive. Basically, ever since not really ever since, probably about 3-4 years. Well, it was the same day when my PS4 hard drive was. Well, my new 7200 RPM hard drive was installed. It was like 2-3 years ago. Like what? 2018. That was like 2 years ago. No, that wasn't 2. That was 3 years ago. Alright, basically, as you guys can see on the TV screen, there's a frozen picture, and I can't do anything about it. My RSX chip is really going bad, could just be bad solder connections. I know Sony still use solder, lead-free solder on the PS3, and I found out apparently lead-free solder is banned. Apparently, I mean, leaded solder is good, but come on, lead-free solder? Come on. Right, so my controller is off. I turn it on. It's going to start looking. Now, this USB cable is working perfectly fine. It's the console itself, or the hard drive. You can probably see the hard drive is really busy on there. Yeah, we're showing up on the phone. The hard drive LED is just lit up. It's like, it's not flashing, it's lit up. Like the hard drive is really busy. So... man, yeah, I was going to press on what's the thing called? Restore file system. I think that's the option to fix corrupt. Like basically, it's an option where it's only in the PS3 where you can basically fix corrupted files. Also, let me check my phone percentage. Okay, I'm running 98%. I will unplug the charger, turn off the plug. And I'll put these back on there. Right, I'm just gonna... Alright, let me show you guys. So, how I know the picture is frozen, on the yes sign here, it would actually be kind of pulsing, and the background would be like... You know, like how the PS3 background is normally like moving, it's like a live wallpaper. It's like the PS4 wallpaper. Basically... this is not moving, this is frozen. You can clearly see it's frozen. So what I'm going to do... yeah, the PS3 asked me that I needed to reinstall the software, even though I went on there, like, not that long ago. I only went on there, like, an hour ago, right? This PS3 is on for, like, an hour. I went on there an hour ago, turned it on. Obviously, it faked the yellow light to death. I expected it to do that because of the solder. But, you know, cold start solder is not going to make a good connection, so... warmed it up a little bit, and now, yeah, it booted up just fine, did everything. It was when I clicked on display, that's when the screen went blank. That's when the screen went black, and that's when the PS3 started malfunctioning and shit. So, obviously the PS3 was still on, but then I hold the power button. This is literally like a PC where, like, if you hold the power button for long enough, until, after you hear the second beep, when the PS3 is on, it just force shuts off. Just like a PC. Literally, I'm not even joking. Like, how do I know? Because I've got my own PC. I do it sometimes on my own PC. But that's like as my last option if the software isn't responding. Or I do it mostly on the Dell PC that I have. Because that PC the GPU doesn't really like to play good. So, what else do I have left? Anyways though, yeah, you can clearly see this is not good, and you know, yeah, it's in this low resolution. I can do 1080p, but you know, how much heat? Not too much heat because obviously very, very little processing. It's 576p, I think it is. It's really, really low quality. It's kind of quality you would see a 4:3 image or 640x480. It would be like that if it's an aspect ratio size, or 800x600 on the Windows, or I don't know, maybe 1280x800 or 1280x600. But yeah, obviously the maximum resolution you want to run on a Windows machine most likely is going to be what, if it's a laptop, most likely if it's an old laptop from 2012 with an LCD screen, most likely if it's 15.6 inches, it would be 1366 by 768 pixels. So look, I know there's like, that's still good enough for browsing, I guess, but it's probably no 1080p. That kind of aspect ratio is 720p, let's just say, yeah, it is 720p, because if you go really close to the screen, pretend that this TV was a PC screen, right? It was my laptop screen. This is obviously 1080p full HD, but I'm just pretending. So I go up to the pixels here. I look at the little Windows icon on the side here. Obviously, if you just idle on the home screen, I look at the little Windows icon. I can see like pixels, and they're like white pixels. Obviously, the white pixels, they're like red, green, blue, all turned on. That's how you make white in a picture. Makes sense. That's how you do color, obviously. And then the green parts, the green pixels, the blue parts, the blue pixels, and the red parts, obviously, you know, the red pixels. And the black parts, the pixels are actually turned off, but the backlight's still on. Pixels are turned off. But in OLED, there's no backlight. It's just pixels themselves, which produce less heat, a lot less energy, and more performance, and look a lot nicer. So the black pixels, you won't see any ghosting on the side of the screen, like how we do with this LED screen here. Like if I go at a certain angle, you start seeing ghosting in the image. Probably won't appear on the phone, but in real life, you definitely notice it. If your brightness is on 50, if your settings are high on the TV, then you definitely notice it. If it's an OLED, you would not notice the ghosting, because there would be no ghosting. Obviously, it's just pixels, but you know, anywhere you move, you see the same pixel. You won't see any dark spots in the screen whenever you, like, dark circle following you whenever you move. That's what I see on this TV as well. But that's just because it's an LED. I can't do much about it. Maybe one day I might upgrade to, well, probably not 4K. I don't have any consoles. But I do have a console that runs 4K, but that's not in here. That's in another room. What I'm on about is most of my consoles, most of my internet, PSN, and Xbox Live consoles, they're always 1080p, maximum HD quality 1080p. So I stay with 1080p. What I could do is I could upgrade it to a 1080p OLED. Now 1080p is still good, even though it came out, I don't know, like it was 2013, I think it was. Probably even before that, because the PS3 supports it. But I think, see, this PS3 is a 2009 console. This is what was the model letters again? I forgot. I know it was a 2003A, but was it SCPH? I don't think it had those what's it called, model letters. I think it just had the numbers. The 2003A. This is in Europe. This is the first model of the PS3, and yes, we did get this all the way back in 2009. That's when I didn't originally buy this in 2009. Well, my brother did, but still, but this thing's still, like, this is pretty warm. But we need to upgrade this to a 2011 version PS3, which is the 3000, I think it is, something like 3000 model. And then the PS3 Super Slim is actually a 4000 model, if you didn't know. That was in 2012. That's better technology. But that still uses kind of the same chips. It's just a little bit more updated, more power efficient. Probably, I think it's more smaller as well. Yeah, the smaller the chip die itself, it's a little bit more power efficient. Let's say, I'm not too sure. But anyways, hopefully I get the latest. If I ever get a PS3 Super Slim, hopefully I get the latest model, because I don't want the first PS3 Super Slim model that came out, because that might even end up running in problems. See, like Sony's first console with the 1003 models, when they first launched their console, when it comes to Europe, right, they always have a problem. Like they always had loud fans, graphical issues. What else do they have? Bad disk drives, all sorts of issues in the actual system. I don't like it, so that's why I say, I want like the latest model of the console. Even if it's, say, if it was, trying to think here. Say if it was Xbox 360, yeah. Obviously, this is not the latest model. As you can see, there is a model that came out later on. I think that was the Elite. I think the Elite came out in 2007, I'm pretty sure. But they carried it on in 2009. Anyways, so this is not probably, this is Xbox 360 Pro, I think it is. Or it's I think it's called the Xbox 360 Core. It's a very very rare model. If you get this model, oh man. So, yeah, this is a 2008 model. Plays games really nice. Nvidia graphics of back then, amazing. But the same generation, even though this console here is just a year older than the Xbox, this console performs a lot worse with the graphics. I don't know what graphics company. Now they claim that Sony claims that apparently, well, it wasn't Sony, but someone said in a YouTube video that apparently Sony got not AMD, Nvidia chips in the actual GPU. The GPU was not off Nvidia. Let me tell you that, because if that was off Nvidia, it would have a lot better graphics on the visual display or on the display, and the graphics itself. Whenever you play a game, it will look very nice. Trust. But the most powerful processor, obviously, is Cell processor. That's why I like to play on here, because the Cell processor. I was literally just about to play a game, and I was just checking my display settings because I wanted to see if that's crazy. My hard drive is still being busy. Is there a hard drive even slower than this? What's it called? Yeah. So I wanted to check my display settings because I didn't want HDMI EDID on or enabled on the PS3. So went in and checked that, and then it did like this little thing. Well, not really this little thing. I just went. I exited back out of display settings, and I went back in it. Then when I went to set up my display settings on the PS3, you know how you like click on set up display settings on the PS3, and then it brings up like options like easy or custom, basically like internet, but on full display. So that's basically what it was. Now I also want to check HDMI EDID. Now I was thinking, since I think it was PS4 has HDMI EDID, or it's called HDMI device link, but I like to call it HDMI EDID because that's what the actual thing is called. It's called HDMI EDID because the TV has the option, and obviously I know it's HDMI EDID. I think I have HDMI EDID off, or it's HDMI CEC. I think it's HDMI or one of those two on my TV. I have it off. I have HDMI ARC off, and I have HDMI CEC off. Not sure about HDMI EDID. I think that might be on my TV. I might have to enter the developer mode settings, if that even exists. That's probably why my TV has a USB port. It's a USB 1.0. It's not much. It's not really much power. Well, it is much power, but it's not like much data it's gonna send through it. It's probably gonna be like really slow read and write speeds if it is data. So, the PS3 hard drive. This is a Toshiba hard. This is the exact same hard drive, same RPM, same storage, exact same company, obviously, same read and write speeds, hard drive, and the same hard drive like deet sound in the Toshiba laptop. This is exactly the same hard drive, the same storage space as well. That was 320 gigs, and this is also 320 gigs. So this and that hard drive were exactly the same. Now this hard drive I bought online ages ago. It was like back then, 2018. Basically when I was planning to move this hard drive into my PS4, but then I looked and there was a better speeded hard drive, so I went for that instead. Obviously I still had this hard drive, but I was like, what could I do? And then we kind of just installed hard drive in there. But the original Hitachi hard drive had a lot of content on there. Not sure if it still has content on there. I'm not sure if it still got the account, like other stuff, but I hope it kind of still does, so then I can like plug in the hard drive and I can see every one of them. Like I have lots of progress on that hard drive. Oh man, trust me, whenever you complete a game, even if it's one game save, then if that game save is on that hard drive, and if the hard drive gets stolen or gets like, what's it called, corrupted or reformatted, then your data is pretty much gone. You don't have any more data anymore, so your game save is just gone. May still be there in your account, like in your account like trophy comparison thing, but it's not actually the actual game save you want to access is not going to be there. So that's why I always like to use kind of backups now, because I do have some game saves actually from another account backed up to. I was actually copying from this hard drive to my Hitachi hard drive because I wanted to, just in case this hard drive is failing already. just in case this hard drive actually completely dies one day. Like it turns on, but then it does the click of death that, like the arms try to like not the arm, the heads try to like read, but they can't see anything, or they can't find anything because it's all like broken, it's all used, and it's all shitty and corrupted. I blame Toshiba for that, because 5400 RPM is terrible speeds, especially for a gaming console. Don't ever use a 5400 RPM hard drive in a gaming console. What you want to use is a 7200 RPM hard drive if you're going to go with a mechanical hard drive. If not, then just go completely full and go for SSD, because obviously a lot of people recommend it. Just use that instead. The only reason why I also love 7200 RPM hard drives, it's because the little hard drive LED there. If you still want to see the hard drive LED, buy a 7200 RPM hard drive. That may kind of decrease the performance compared to an SSD, but compared to a older, slower hard drive, which is 5400 RPM, that 7200 RPM hard drive is going to be a lot faster than the 5400 RPM hard drive. The loading, read and write, a lot faster. Or you could just go with a hybrid hard drive, which I've never even used that yet, but I want to know what that's like. Anyways, what the stream is about is the PS3. Now, the controller isn't turning on. I think I showed you guys. So yeah, the controller doesn't turn on. I unplug the USB cable, plug it back in. Hard drive is still unbelievably busy. Like, I plug in the thing and it's not doing anything. It's not even charging. Whenever I plug this USB lead from this controller and into my Xbox, because whenever I like charge my other controller. So basically, how it went, like what's it called? Like a few months back, when this USB cable was just on there like this. Basically, oh, don't fall. I don't want to see destruction now. When this was like this, where the USB cable was just hanging from, it was plugged into the USB port in the controller. I would first take out the USB lead, or the USB end here, the male connector, plug it into the female port on the Xbox. I'll see my controller like LEDs like showing me that the controller's like charging, but obviously if I turn on the controller, nothing's gonna happen. Imagine if something that'd be crazy. But what's it called? So that happened. Then I take out the USB lead and I just use it for my Xbox charging. But yeah, one day I will get a wired controller. Trust me, I won't have to deal with batteries ever again, because wired is just so much better. Anyways though. Yeah, what I'm gonna take this controller back off. This PS3 has been like through the worst crap, man. Literally. How hot is my extender, by the way? Okay, not that hot. It's pretty good though. As you can probably see that the extender, if I put my phone really close to it, yeah, it's flashing really fast. Basically, the phone can't see it so well as in real life, but if I was recording this at 60 frames, I think, then you basically see what I'm seeing, how fast these both of these LEDs are flashing. They may not look like they're flashing so fast on the phone. Really, they're flashing really fast. So anyways, I'm going to hold this button now. I'm going to try and turn it off normally. If not, then I'm going to force turn it off. That's not a good sign. It's not beeping. Like, whenever I hold the power button, instantly beeps, but now it's not doing that. So now I'm just holding the power button until this thing force shuts off. If not, if this thing's not gonna, there we go. Probably heard the hard drive go teet, because the hard drive was being busy with something, and then it went teet because I forced the hard drive arm to just park again, you know. Anyways, I'm going to boot up like normal. Keep hold of the power button. Now this is this PS3 is fairly old. What do you mean beeped twice? Oh, okay, fair enough. Never mind. Yeah, what you normally have to do is you have to turn it on, then wait for the hard drive to go deet, and then turn it on again. Keep hold of it, and then you hear the two beeps. But it beeped twice instantly for some reason. Now this is what my controller shows whenever I plug my USB male connector into the Xbox. So turn it on, does connect, very good. What you want to do from here though, you want to go to yeah, I was on this option here, restore file system. You can go to rebuild database, that's also an option, but also system software update as well, or system update is called. But yeah, this is kind of like the boot or the BIOS. Yes, this is basically kind of like the BIOS menu on the PS3. Same thing goes for, well, not exactly the same thing. On the PS4, it's such an easy process. All you have to do, right, is you have to hold the power button, wait for another beep, let go, and then you're literally in the safe mode menu. So it's really, really easy on PS4. Anyone can do it. On PS3, yes, it's older hardware. It's a little bit more complicated for some people, but as long as you know what you're doing, then it's fine, literally. So I'm gonna go to restore file system. Yes, please. The PS3 should restart, I think, or should go into like this little menu. So the hard drive is now doing things again. But yeah, this hard drive, man, I'm not too sure how I'm going to be able to write things across from this hard drive to my new SSD, if I ever get an SSD, that is, or to my new hard drive that I'm going to be installing in the system real soon. That might be. Oh, just whenever this slow ass hard drive ever dies, because it's always a 5400 RPM hard drive. Ever since, right, the PS4, when I used to have the 320 gig hard drive, that was also a 5400 RPM. That was just slow. That caused a lot of graphical glitches. That was horrible hard drive. I was playing a game one day, and the game is like there's no coding in the game or level where everything turns upside down. There was the hard drive's choice to make everything go upside down in the game, and the entire map was upside down. So then my character was falling into the sky. Very strange. I know it sounds like I'm making things up. I'm not. This is what I've experienced. If I did record it, I would show you guys. And it doesn't matter what device I recorded it on. I'll show you guys proof, because literally that hard drive was really, that hard drive was like really bad. If you have a hard drive that bad, then yeah, I recommend you run a game off the disk drive instead, because the disk drive is also going to play it like fine. And that's like PS4 doesn't really play games like Blu-ray games off the disc drive like PS3 does. I know for some PS3 games you have to like install the games to the hard drive. That's like advanced feature. That's basically PS4 stuff right there. But I like the old hardware, right, where you put in a Blu-ray game and it starts playing straight away, and there's no need to install it on the hard drive. It's like a DVD-ROM where you just play it and it just simply plays. And there's no need to install. The only thing you need to store on a hard drive is a save file, obviously, your save data. Now, this is taking a really long time. That's not supposed to take that long. If things are taking this... Oh, the hard drive light is gone. You probably just saw the hard drive light just turn off. I'm not sure... What? Now the hard drive sounds like it's being idle. Let me just put the phone's microphone close to the PS3, so then you guys could hear. Alright, that's not good if both of the LEDs are gone. Maybe the capacitor just died for the hard drive. Don't know. Can I go back? It's still saying please wait. This is a really weird... What the hell? Now my controller light is back on. Not all the LEDs, not like the power and the eject thing turned off, but mostly all the other LEDs besides the power and the eject. Basically the internet and the hard drive, and I think even a controller as well. All those LEDs just turned off. When I was just hitting circle on my controller, I just saw my light just turn on. I'm trying to go back, and it's not just not doing it, guys. It's not going back. That's not a good sign. Probably a sign that I probably need to get my PS3. Well, I know it's something to do with the graphics, so I know it's a GPU issue, and I know it's definitely not NVIDIA graphics, because NVIDIA would not make such a shitty graphics chip in the PS3. I know that. Because in the same time, they were literally still making chips for the Xbox 360, and their graphics turned out to be better than PS3's. So whoever said that, what's it called? I mean, it could be like Intel or something. I mean, it could be AMD most likely, because companies don't mention it's AMD. They just said it's just the RSX chip. Could be AMD, or could be that other company that did the Emotion Engine chip for the PS2. But I don't know. Most likely it could be AMD, because I know what their heat spreaders look like. I'm not sure if it is though. If I find out it's AMD, yeah, AMD has a real big problem with graphics back in the days. If it's something like Intel or another company, basically if it's the same company that did the Emotion Engine, or the graphics synthesizer, I think it was the APU for the PS2. That company is just wow. But anyways, though, this PS3 probably does most likely have lead solder. Lead solder is not good. Lead free. If it's got lead free solder is not the best. I would just replace it with leaded instead, because leaded is so much better, right? It can handle high temperatures. It can only melt if the temperature is way too hot, and if it's basically plastic melting. So basically, it's hot as a soldering iron. But lead free is more sensitive, and it can melt at even lower temperatures than the leaded solder. So lead free solder is not the best. I don't prefer it. It can most likely obviously the reason I hate it is because it causes bad connections, not because of the temperatures so much. Mostly because it causes a bad connection on cold start. That's why I don't like it. If that was leaded solder though, like in the PS4, then it would boot up just fine on cold start. Everything would operate like normal. Oh man. Right. Good thing my extender isn't getting way too hot there, because my extender's normal temperature, like how it always is when it's just idle. Okay, might have to shut off the PS3 again. Oh, okay. That's very short. Hold on, let's just eject the game. Okay, so my game ejects, but then the PS3 doesn't, the PS3 is freezing to turn off. Something's really broken in this thing. It's a very nice little Blu-ray game here. I'm gonna put the Blu-ray game back in the PS3, ready? Obviously I can hear the disk drive playing it, ready? Hold on, let me eject it again. Right, let me put it back in. Ready? So yeah, it reads it spins it up, and it reads it goes through the disc. But still, the hard drive, man, the hard drive LED just turned off. Now look, if I try to hold the power button, or even if I press it. What about if I hold it, ready? What if I just hold it, just force power it off, ready? Watch it go deet now, ready? Deet! It's literally gonna go deet! Right. Oh. Yep. What did I say? Now the controller's searching for signal. Right. I don't know what's going on, man. Let's just boot it up like normal. Let's just see what happens. I don't know what's going on. I just want to play some PS3, and it's just preventing me like crazy. I might have to buy PS3 Super Slim or something, or the 2011 model. Right, I was on this screen that it fucked up on. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up again, because that was horrible. Yeah, there we go. Now it's finally working. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, it said is okay. So Sony programmed it to say that the file system is corrupted. Now the LEDs are back on. That's really good. This is all on live stream. None of this is staged, right? Or what you're seeing in my live streams are real. None of it is staged. I don't stage anything. I don't script anything. So if you think I stage and I script things, I don't. I just what's it called? I just make the camera see what I see, I guess. Anyways, so it is going pretty fast. That means that the hard drive is just playing up, because if it's going through that fast, how is it doing that fast then? You know what I mean? It may as well just, like, I don't know. This hard drive is really messed up. Now, I know what you're probably going to say. Hard drive in this, like, a 90-degree angle. It's basically, this hard drive is matched with the PS3's orientation. It's nothing like the Xbox. It's, like, matched with the PS3's orientation. This is a PS3 Slim, by the way. PS3 Fat is kind of the same thing, but it's, like, standing up. It's basically, yeah, it's kind of like standing up, you know. Right. There we've got our signal here. Signal and sound. Nothing corrupted. Doesn't sound corrupted. Now, early on it gave me a warning about I need to reinstall the system, but looks like I don't have to. It's just literally just a shitty hard drive. Oh yeah, my controller, let me turn it on. Right, thank God. Okay. There's always some issue that I have to deal with in one of my systems, isn't it? It's like, last time, like a few weeks ago? Probably like a week ago, maybe? I think it was. It was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. The Dell laptop was just, wow, the graphics, fucking hell. And then today is this. So, how much more hell am I going to deal with? Oh yeah, what's it called? On Halloween, which was like 2 days ago, we had a split second power cut. Right, I was on the PS4 while this power cut was about to happen. I was sat idle on a party screen with one of my friends, and basically what happened was, I was just sat there. I think I was on the party screen. I was just sat there because, you know, I was bored and shit, and out of nowhere, I'm like, why did my TV just? Obviously I can see that my backlight and my pixels are still on, but my signal lost, and now I don't see anything. There was obviously still 60 hertz being displayed to the screen. There was no actual signal from the console, because of this power cut. That's just due to unstable power. But basically, what's it called? So this unstable power cut, right? Now my friend who has one of my friends who has a PS5, their PS5 actually, like, what's it called, never like shut off completely, because the PS5 was on the whole time, even though the power cut happened in their street as well, and the lights and everything, well, not everything, the TV was still on, the PS5 was still on, but the lights, the street lights in the area just went black, basically just turned off. Same with mine. It was one of the street lights that turned off in my street, and I can show you which one that is. So if I just go ahead and just turn off this controller, I don't want to waste any battery. Thank God the graphics and shit is actually working now. As you can see, all the LEDs are flashing. Well, not flashing, blinking. It's the proper word for it. Some people say flashing. That's not flashing, it's blinking. Anyways, so one of the street lights that went out in my area while this happened. It's night time right now, so I can show you guys because the light is on. You can probably see. Let me just show you guys something. I know it's a bit steam. I know you can barely see anything, but that light, that's literally in the view of the camera. That one I'm pointing to, literally that one right there. Not that one in the distance, that one right there that the phone can clearly see, that's shining really, really bright. Basically, the one that's closest to me basically just went out. I'm not sure the one on the front of my house went out as well, but I know for a fact this one definitely went out. Yeah, that's light that went out. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Is this some sort of Halloween prank? So we had to basically what happened with the PS4 was the PS4. I saw the light bar on the PS4, so I saw my TV go black, and then the light bar on the PS4. There was obviously still signal being transmitted through HDMI. There's no picture on the screen. That's what I mean. There was no picture on the screen. So the picture of the PS4 just went completely from the screen because the power supply instability. And I saw the light bar on the PS4. Right, the light bar just turned off. It turned off, and then I was like, "What is going on with my PS4? Is that my APU?" Because I know for a fact, original PS4s, they always tend to have the blue light of death APU problem, and I've seen it happen on one of my friends' PS4s. They would turn on the PS4, they just shut right back off. So it would just blink blue light and then turn right back off. So I thought that was the problem when I was just sat on the home screen. I thought that my light bar just went. Well, obviously I saw it go, and then my PS4 was just off. I heard I heard the power supply squeaking, like that power supply when it makes that noise when it's just on standby, basically. And I know not all PS4s does it. It's just the coil wine of the power supply that makes the sound. So it's present on most of my some of my systems. Now it's not on my Xbox. It's not sure about my PS3 actually. It is on my PC, but it's on my Dell PC mostly because I can hear it. But that's not actually the power supply chip. That's actually the HDMI. Not the HDMI. The hard drive chip. I can actually hear the hard drive chip kind of beep. Well, not beep, but do computer noises. Basically, it'll go. This is okay. If there are subtitles for this stream, it might say music, laughter, or applause. I don't know. It mostly might just say music. So basically, what I heard was basically a bunch of computer noises that was coming from the chip. It's like, anyways, I bet when I watch this stream on stream playback with subtitles enabled, I'm gonna laugh to see what the subtitles think. So I can hear my hard drive. I keep saying HDMI chip. I'm just so used to HDMI IC chips. My hard drive chip just make that noise, and I know it's my hard drive chip because I can actually hear the hard drive doing things as the chip tells the hard drive to do things, and I know it's the hard drive chip anyways, because why would it match with the hard drive then? You know what I mean? But anyways, so I was making different frequency noises. You can basically hear it. It was kind of buzzing a little bit as well. Yeah, it was kind of like a buzzing frequency noise from that chip. I know some chips are loud. They can buzz, but that's just, I think something in the chip dries out or it goes bad or something. I don't know. But the chip is still usable. Now the thing about my Samsung laptop that I've heard up close with my phone's microphone is my power supply when the PC's sleeping. Not my power supply, but my not really sure what it is. That is it a chip or something? Basically, when the LED is pulsing or blinking, or pulsing really slowly in basically when the PC's sleeping, you can actually hear one of the chips go. Basically, that's probably just one of the capacitor chips. And that's inside of the PC itself, and that's making the LED doing different frequencies, making the LED do that. So, gonna turn the controller off again. So, anyways, what's it called? Yeah, the LED. Obviously, I think when the PC's off, it doesn't make a sound. When the PC is completely off, it does not make a sound. Trust me, I've heard it up close with my own ears, and it does not make a sound. Now, there's nothing wrong with my phone's microphone because it can hear everything fine. It's nothing. There's no interference. It's just one of the chips. After I did one of the audio recording tests, I put my own ear against the keyboard to hear what's basically on what chip on the motherboard is making the LED obviously yes pulse, but obviously make that kind of buzzing frequency noise. I heard it with my own ears, and I don't have any hearing problems, guys. Yeah, that was crazy. You guys probably also hear it. I think the PC is the PC is asleep right now, so you guys probably hear it when I put the phone's mic. It was from this microphone, literally. Let me show you guys what microphone I recorded the sound was. No, obviously I recorded the sound. I didn't record the sound of the PC for that reason. I was recording the sound, or not the sound. Yeah, the sound of the hard drive for. I don't know. I just like hard drive sounds. So I was recording hard drive sounds, and then when the PC turned off, after I heard the hard drive spin down, I heard that noise. So that's when I noticed it. But yeah, it was literally recorded from this microphone here that's next to the charging port on this phone. So it was literally recorded from this one. Not this one here, because if I tap it, you probably won't hear anything. You probably just hear things from this one here. Or if I do it from the camera, look at this. Look at this guy. Let me blow into the other one. You guys know. So this was literally the microphone I captured it from. And, yeah. You probably hear it now. Now, the PS3 is quite loud, so you probably won't be able to hear it so clearly because the PS3's fan is just aged. Yeah, that's why that's also one of the reasons why I want to buy a newer PS3, because the fan in this PS3 is just loud, even when it's on the calmest voltage, even when it's on like the minimalist like percent of cooling the chips, it's still I can still hear it. Like I can still go, and you can probably hear it right now. So I mean, the most I could probably do is lubricate it, but obviously you need to drill a hole in one of the holes of the thing, because you can't physically take apart the fan. Unless if it's one of those magnetic kind of ones, then obviously yes you can. I'm on about a laptop fan. Laptop fans are really easy to take apart. Literally, they don't even require so much effort. All you have to do is pull the fan and pull the fan motor just like apart, and it literally magneted together. Literally, it's just two magnets holding each other. That's it. And then you got the shaft. The shaft is the part that actually connects to the magnet. That's obviously part of the magnet, and then that connects to the magnet, and that's how you get the magnetic thing. But what's it called? Yeah, obviously how a fan, or like a PC fan should work. You guys should know. So yeah, the PS3 should be back and up and running now, because now it's a bit warmed up. I think I'll probably play my game now. Probably have to see though. Gonna have to see if I can play my game, because I can hear it spin up the disc and a disc drive, and there's my game right there. Right, I don't know why I've still got this thing here. Probably, yeah, there was a way to delete it. Obviously I don't want to. Wait, how much storage is this taking up? Size, okay, it's counting the size. 1669 M. That is probably like 1.6 gigs, I'd probably say. That's not really that much. Back then it was quite a lot. It's not so much anymore. Obviously, if you've got a 1 terabyte hard drive, you know how much that is anyways. This shouldn't take up a lot as well. Gonna info about this one. Yeah, this is only 551 megabytes. So that's not, well, yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, so what am I gonna do now? Well, I am gonna go ahead. Yeah, I haven't been on PS3 in a while. It's been a long time. Not really been that long, because I have used it a few months ago, but I haven't really used it for quite long now. So it's been months. Well, when was the last time I used it? It was like what? I know it was sometime before September, so it was probably like, probably before June as well. I think. I know it was definitely plenty of months ago. It wasn't last year because I remember using it. It was this year, and the hard drive for the first time played up for the first ever time. It was a few months back when I was basically watching a YouTube video on the PS3, and I know I have a PS4. I could watch a YouTube video on there or Xbox, but I liked PS3. I wanted to watch YouTube on the PS3, so I launched YouTube on the PS3. You know, everything works just fine. So watching a video about something, right? The video just freezes, and the hard drive just pretends to be busy. So, yeah, the hard drive is just. That's how I know it's the hard drive, because it clearly showed that the hard drive was being busy. I could clearly see the LED. You see, if it's on the PS4, I can hear the hard drive. If it's on the PS3, I can visually see the hard drive LED. So, that's one thing. But if you install a silent hard drive into the PS4, you never know if the hard drive is, well, you can see by the system software like how slow things are being. The hard drive is probably still being busy, but you don't know that if the hard drive is still doing things in the background, the software is being super smooth. You don't know. That's why I like mechanical hard drives, because I can hear them, and you know, on the Samsung laptop I can hear it and visually see it both at the same time. That's what I like about some hard drives, that, you know, if they're loud hard drives, you could obviously hear them. I know the default hard drive that was in this PS4, which is obviously the default hard drive you also get in the PS4 Slim and Pro, which has that kind of sound. That's Hitachi. Well, no, that's HDST, but Hitachi is actually the brand behind HDST, so that's why the hard drive sounds exactly, well, that's why one of those hard drives are in this PC as well. But even though it came with this PC, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I've never really tested a Samsung hard drive before, and I don't know what that's like. It might be really speedy. I mean, they are really expensive, so, you know, they probably are good for the price. I want a Samsung SSD personally, because I like SSD stuff more. Because you know the world nowadays is 2021. You know, you should just upgrade completely to an SSD and you're fine. So, you know, SSD is like solid state, basically solid state memory. Turn off my controller again. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep holding the phone. Put this down a little bit. Actually, probably rest this on the PS3 itself, like that. One thing my TV likes to do when it displays 720p, especially, it likes to zoom in the image a little bit, because it thinks that the aspect ratio. Well, obviously, yes, the aspect ratio is probably going to stay the same as 1920 by 1080, but it's just things are gonna appear, like icons are gonna appear more bigger at lower resolution. And well, the image might be a bit stretched, so the TV tries its best to yeah, it is what it is. So basically, if I go into the menu here, not that menu, I mean, don't switch now, come on. Hold on. No. Hold on. Turn it off again, turn it on, because I just messed up like crazy. Look, guys, I can control my school monitors perfectly fine, because I just know how to do them, because the monitors, they're a little bit more easier to work with. With TVs, I do it more from the remote, because the remote is super easy. But if it's something like the TV for itself, say if you lost the remote and you can't find it, or the batteries don't work, and you don't have any batteries temporarily like me, then you need to do it from the TV. Now I'm going to turn the TV back on. And turn this back on. Nice. So we're going to wait for this thing to boot up. Shouldn't take long, it's SSD anyways. Now I'm going to switch. Now it's probably going to not say no signal. Oh yeah, it obviously is going to say no signal. You want to go in here and just... Oh, wait, HDMI... Hold on. No. What am I doing? Hit menu again. Nope. Menu again. Right. I am going to hit this again. Alright, there we go. I'm not going to show you what HDMI I'm using, just because I think I pressed. Oh, there we go. It probably just automatically goes back. There we are. Right. So I am gonna go ahead and go to the menu again, and I'm going to wait. Not this menu. What am I doing? Okay, there we are. This is the menu I'm talking about. This menu right here. You wanna go. Where is it? There we go. Down, picture, down again, aspect ratio. Now it's on 16:9. I'll show you what the difference is if I put it to, basically, like 4:3 does that, obviously. Auto, if I put it auto, it makes it zoomed in again. If I put it to full, look at this now. Ready? If I put it to full, zooms out, yeah? If I put it to 16:9, it's going to zoom in. So look, I can't lean over too much because, we're very tired from the day. Hopefully this menu doesn't go away. That's all I'm hoping for. So I got to use the channel minus, the channel minus and channel plus buttons to move up and down here. So if I go to 16:9, if you notice my little thing at the side here, this little menu thing here, basically, if I put it at 16:9, it's going to zoom in, obviously, because the TV zooms in on the center of the image. If I go to full, it's going to zoom out. So it's going to zoom out into the original console's thing here. Hit the menu button again. Go back in the picture. See my settings again, because I never know. Oh man, I never know really. Yeah, these are my settings if you're wondering, my RGB levels. I like to have them low so that I can save power. I'm more of a power efficient guy. I like to have performance as well, so yeah, gotta kind of, well, not overclock my chip, because I don't overclock chips, but I do adjust TV displays. Well, not TV displays, well, yes, TV displays, and the menu just went away, I knew it. Let me go back into the menu again. Scroll down, picture, and go down to, now noise reduction has to be off, and I don't know why I can't have access to the screen. It just goes back up, because if I go down, it doesn't let me go to screen. So if I go to picture mode user, that was the screensaver. I was gonna be like, why is it dimming out the background? It was just the screensaver. It's just the timing thing, Anyways, we have a little thing here now. We got contrast, we got all this other stuff. You want to make sure your sharpness is always 0, brightness 50, and yeah, all that stuff. Your backlight has to be the lowest as well. So just remember all that stuff, and then you're good to go. So where's my controller gone? Okay, let me get it now. Obviously the screen thing comes back on. Now you can probably see, pardon me, it is zoomed out. Now my TV does this whenever I rebuild the database on my PS4. Whenever I enter the safe mode screen, it always zooms in automatically, and I always have to set the thing back. Not sure if that's because of the TV just processor itself, it just likes to automatically zoom in, or if that's a HDMI communication thing. I think might be a little bit both actually. If it's a HDMI edit option, that's not on this TV, because I know HDMI CEC is a little bit different, but HDMI edit, it could be through HDMI edit, but obviously my TV does the same thing through the PS2. What it likes to do on the PS2, right? It likes to stretch out the image. It doesn't view it in its original aspect ratio with the 2 bars at the side. It tries to fill those 2 bars. It tries to stretch it out, and that's how you get the stretched out 16:9 image on the PS4 PS2. But yeah, even through HDMI, it would do the same thing. If I bought a HDMI adapter for the PS2, it would do this exact same thing. I'm trying to think of a way. Maybe through HDMI, it might. Obviously, it's going to do the same thing. Even through AV, it's going to do the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's going to do the same thing. AV most likely should be 4:3, but I'm not sure about the TV. Anyways, I am looking forward to buy an OLED, but the thing about OLEDs is that the image burn. That's the only concern I have about OLEDs. Everything else about OLED I love because no backlight is more power efficient. It's about 70% more power efficient than LED, depending on the settings. Obviously, whenever I get my OLED TV, the first thing I'm going to do, right, I'm going to play a little bit of games just for a short amount of time, and then I'm going to go to the TV's menu. First thing I put down is the sharpness, because you do not want sharpness in your image. Next thing is my RGB level. Put that down as well, and my color down a little bit as well, and keep my brightness there, backlight all the way down, right? Tint, I don't really mess with tint because I don't want to mess anything up. And what's the other thing I do? That's probably it then. Not sure if I do anything else. We'll probably have to see. But anyways, yeah, so that's really the only thing to do. Obviously, I have the thing at its maximum resolution because for the display, maybe not for the processor, but for the display, that's very power efficient because every pixel is basically turned on. But yeah, you can see the more detail you see, the more power efficiency in the image there is. I know it probably doesn't sound like it. I love how shiny these graphics are in the background. But yeah, so right now these graphics are really shiny, man. Oh man, you can't get these kind of graphics on the handheld gaming device. That's literally just up there, not on the screen, just up there, just about on the game's cover there. So but yeah, what's it called? So yeah, I think more about the display than kind of not so much about the processor. Obviously, if you want to save more power on the processor, then obviously less processing, but obviously more pixels will be turned on. Actually, no. Yeah, if it's white, it would be less white pixels and more of the other pixels. If it's a very colorful image, very colorful and not so shiny, because the more shiny it is, that's the more white pixels that are not white pixels, but white, basically the RGB pixels. Basically, I know how these things work. It's kind of I don't know how to explain it in a live stream, but yeah. It's pretty crazy. I'm still on 30 frames per second, and I'm not dropped down to 29, because on my other DNS, even though my stream would be very smooth, well, not be very smooth, it'd just be smooth enough for me to view motion and stuff. Yeah, I just got 31 frames on my phone. Oh my god. I set my streaming thing to do 30 frames out. Now it just dropped down to 29. But yeah, this is the best DNS server for the phone. Basically, what's it called? Yeah, there might be a DNS server for the handheld gaming device. If there is, then I'll turn it on right now and show you guys. I'll turn it on and show you guys me switching to the most responsive DNS server. So, a screensaver's back on. Also, one thing about my brother's TV, which yeah. Basically, what happened then? I completely forgot to mention about the PS4. So after the split-second power cut happened, turned my PS4 back on with the power button on the console, not on the controller, because probably wouldn't turn on. It doesn't always turn on with the controller. You know what I mean? You sometimes have to hit the power button on the console manually to actually turn it on. So I turned the PS4 back on, and it boots up like normal. I'm like, what just happened? And then I phoned my friends. I'm like, well, my PS4 has a bad power supply. And he's like, what? Well, we just experienced a power cut. I was like, what? It was a power cut? What? A split second power cut. Yep, that's literally what I got told. I thought it was a bad power supply on my PS4. So, obviously I know these PS4s for these issues. I know my consoles very well. I know what issues they have. You know how I know? Yeah, people. Anyways, yeah, even though I've not actually experienced the power supply problem yet, I hope it doesn't come in the future. I really hope it doesn't. But anyways, I'm going to turn this PS3 off because I don't want it to be too loud here. As you can probably see, my online connectivity is working. Message box is nothing in there right now. Sent. No messages. Okay. So, basically, yeah, I don't want this hard drive to be shitty again, because that's horrible. Anyways, I am going to turn off the system. Actually, no, before I turn off, I think the game is 720p. If it's a PS3 fat game, most likely it's going to be 720p, so I might... Then my TV's definitely, for sure, going to zoom in. So, I don't want to bother my TV zooming in all the time, so I'm just going to... Even though the game is really, really good. I just showed you guys what game it was, look. Spinning up the disc again to look at the picture. That's the same thing what the Xbox 360 does, literally. But it doesn't forget about the picture, it keeps it there. Which the RAM on the PS3 is pretty terrible. It's not the best. But yeah, here we go. We got the game. We do have like 2 other demos. I think it's 3 other demos. This might be a game as well, I think. Not played it yet, but I know this is a great game. This is a demo that I installed, and this is also another demo that I also installed. So I installed this demo even though I've installed this demo because I want to see how good the graphics of the PS3 are. Yeah, not the best console graphics for this type of game. This is a HD game as well. So on the Xbox is recommended for this game, not the PS3. PS3 is terrible with this game. It does run it smoothly, but the graphics are terrible. Let me tell you guys, oh man, the only good graphics game that on the PS3 is Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. So that's one of the best games with the best graphics. Obviously, you know, probably thinking I don't have all the Gran Turismos, but oh well. What can I do? Anyways, I'm going to turn off the system now, so yep, turn it off, and you can probably see controller is still charging, but the PS3, let me show you guys some of this type of view. Yeah, controller's off. PS3 is off. Let me disconnect. No, I might disconnect it just for the last time. There we go. Disconnect this here too. Just throw this on the floor for now. This controller is in good condition as well. It's not the 6. Oh, it is. Okay, this is the 6-axis DualShock 3. This controller was originally released, I think it was with the PS3 Fat, because I think later on in the PS3, the 6-axis thing wasn't there anymore. It was just DualShock 3. Yeah, this is a PS3 Fat controller. Gonna have to look for a PS3 Slim controller. Depending on what model this controller is, this is a model CECH ZC2E. It says it right there, look. If I just put the controller down. If I lay it down in an angle. There we go. Can you guys notice it there? There we are. A little bit better lighting. Yeah, you can clearly see it right there. CECH Z. Is that ZG? Is that ZC? Let me look. Let me see closer. ZC2E. So CECH ZC2E. This is the model number for the controller. I'm gonna see when this controller was released and what PS3 this was meant to be played on. Why is it all zoomed in? There we go. Right. And if it says PS3 Fat on there, I'm gonna use this with the PS3 Fat. This is supposed to be used. Well, it works with really any PS3, but you know it's a 6-axis controller supposed to be with the PS3 Fat. I'm gonna see anyways though if the 6-axis control. What the fuck happened to my joystick? Do you guys see this? Yeah, the thing about like getting a black controller, like it doesn't show up so well on camera, but if it's a white controller, it shows up perfectly fine on camera. But if it's a black controller, no. But yeah, you can kind of see. Yeah, my joystick's like it's like a Ghost's controller. My joystick. If I just put it back like that, and now my joystick is back to normal. If I just hold it like this, hold it at an angle. I remember doing it. There we go. Look, guys, a Ghost is controlling my PS3 controller. A Ghost is literally controlling my PS3 controller. They're forcing my character to run forward. Right, let's just put this back. There we go. Now this works perfectly fine, all these joysticks, but obviously this joystick just gets stuck. Yeah, probably signs of lubrication. It needs lubrication, obviously. But I could use it with that little lithium grease. I think it's a super something. Yeah, some sort of lithium grease. You basically put it on there. Now I know if you put on lithium grease on a joystick, it's gonna be amazing. On a light-on drive is not really made for a light-on drive. For a worm gear motor, yes, it is made for worm gear motor, because I know the worm gear motor. Yes, it's got to be quick, and there's got to be no slips of the thing in between. Everything's got to be super smooth and everything. You know what I mean? And everything's got to be lubricated as well. Because if there's one part that's not lubricated, then the whole thing is just it's gonna go deep. It's literally going to slip against the little thing that helps the laser move. It's literally going to go. So if the light driver going, and then all of a sudden you just hear, yeah, that's your rods there that's your laser on your rods not having the lubrication it needed. So. Yes, my lubrication, I think it dried up on Xbox, so I have to apply it again. I'm not sure if I released that video though. I think I did. I can't really remember if I did or not. But I will. That was like what, last year, I think? It must have been last year, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was last year, I think. I'm not completely sure if it was last year. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was near the end of last year. It was like June, something like that. But I know it was last year because I stayed up until pretty much like morning time, I think it was. So I was staying up all night, and I think I had my Xbox apart. I was taking it apart, and it was becoming like 4 or 5 a.m. I think it was like 6 a.m. 6 a.m. But yeah, what's it called? I was taking it apart so then, I could clean out my disk drive and shit, because before that, I think I probably didn't do it, or something like that, I'm not too sure, but, yeah, so, obviously, yes, this is a light-on drive. It's an amazing light-on drive, literally. So, yeah, it's been quite long since then. That was like near the end of last year. It's probably the starting of this year. I'm exactly not sure. It must have been this year. I think it probably was. I don't quite know. I will check on the release date of the video though. I'm pretty sure it wasn't last year. It didn't really feel like last year. Felt like literally felt like what's it called? Like the start of this year, like, 2 months into this year. I'm not exactly sure. I will have to check though, because otherwise then, if I wouldn't stay up that late, I'm pretty sure I would have school the next day. So if I would have went to school, I wouldn't even have did that. Again, I'm still not sure. I have to see though. Maybe there was quarantine. Maybe there was that short quarantine. Maybe it was in that short quarantine. Could have been that one, because I don't quite remember it being the long quarantine. I remember it kind of being a short quarantine, I think. So it must have been a second quarantine, basically. If we do have another quarantine, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might take apart my PS3. Not my PS3 Fat, my PS3 Slim. I might actually get that replacement cable, because now I can't even turn on the PS3 Fat anymore. So, yeah, there might be creatures and all sorts of stuff living in the console now. Mostly bacteria. There might be a little spider living in there as well. I just hate the fact how creatures live in my consoles. It's goddamn disgusting. It's horrible. Nobody wants that. And if the console ever does luckily turn on again with the same cable, I hope that creature gets chopped up in the fan and gets boiled to the heat, because that creature shouldn't have even lived in the console in the first place. I know the creature has no brain, but it's not my fault that the creature's living in my consoles. You know, I once took apart my PS4, and I think it was like my first ever time. No, yeah, it was my first ever time taking my PS4 apart. And even though the console has been already taken apart before, I think it was when I was doing that Instagram video of my PS4, like the inside of my PS4. Ah, man, I literally saw a woodworm. There was a woodworm living in my power supply. On the end of my power supply, there was a little woodworm living in there. Like, I know. Like then, I never used my PS4 in a while, but you know, I have been using my PS4 a bit back then. But still, how could a woodworm survive all of that heat? That makes no sense. All of that heat and all that air that was blowing from the jet fan. How did it survive all that? I think it was staying in a kind of like the suction bit of the power supply, so it wasn't really in the exhaust bit. It was kind of in the suction bit. So basically, where the vents are, it was living in like the intake suction vents. Anyway, though, yeah, I'm really hoping I can get this console up and running one day again, because I don't think I've played on this console ever before. I really, really, really want to play on this console, like, for a long time. It's been ages, right? I think it was, I got this thing like last year. I think it was last year. Must have been this year. No, I think it was something like last year. Something like that. Oh, don't tell me there's another woodworm. Hold on, let me just see that woodworm now. Show you guys. Oh, it is another woodworm. Look, guys. It's wiggling his little head around. This little piece of shit creature right here. Useless creatures, this is. If I zoom into the goddamn woodworm. Yeah, get a nice little focus on that woodworm, you know. I like how my phone's like really, really good. Is that poking out his head? Oh, it is poking out his head, I think. If I blow on the woodworm, the head just goes back inside of the thing. Oh man. Please focus back again, phone, come on. Yes, phone, let's go. Look, guys, it's literally gonna pick up the head again. I don't think woodworm's gonna hear us things, so I'm just gonna. Okay. Right. Sit down so I have somewhere to sit. Alright. Now it's a little bit better. Don't focus on the TV, focus on the woodworm. It was just focused on it like a minute ago. It's not focusing on it anymore. Please focus, come on. If there was a manual focus option on this phone, then I should not have to rely on automatic focus. That's one thing I hate. So whenever you want your camera to focus, it doesn't focus. There we go, now it's in full focus. I'm just shaking the phone a lot because I'm not as shaky as I used to be. If you guys probably wondering why my videos were so shaky before, like literally like this, it's because, I've actually improved from that, and you know, even though my videos still turn out to be a little bit shaky, they're not as shaky as before, so just know that, guys. Can't tell if it's moving. Oh, it's moving his head from the other side. Look, guys. Focus, come on. Oh, come on, phone. Come on, phone. Focus on the object. Come on, I'm tired of holding this phone. It's not even focusing. This phone. There we go. Yeah, you see the woodworm's moving itself. Please focus. Come on, I don't have all day. See the case of the woodworm is moving. What kind of a stupid woodworm is this? There we go. I think I got it in HD shot now. So if I zoom out now, obviously it should be better. Kind of see the woodworm's moving itself a little bit. Wait, is his head all the way out? Oh, it's moving. Don't really want to scare this thing away now, do I? I need to see if there's a way I could set up a nice little tripod. Also, while the PS3 thing is on, or the PS3 light is on, turn it off from the back. There we are, turns off instantly. There's a lot of heat just flowing up from the PS3. Just evaporating, let's say. Okay. This woodworm. Yeah, cause I could see his little ass head just poking. Trying to make it focus on the object. You're probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. Why am I waving in the background? I'm just trying to make it focus, that's all. Yo, what is going on? I don't know, I just got distracted. Basically, yeah, you've probably seen by the title, my GPU is dying. You probably haven't seen my PS3, the RSX chip is basically, what's it called? Yeah, slowly like dying, and it's a solder underneath the chip that's causing a really bad connection. It's lead-free solder. You do not want lead-free solder. Lead-free solder is not a good option. Sony didn't do a good option there. Xbox back in the day, they did a better option. Like their solder, even though their solder was also lead-free, their solder wasn't like, you know, it wasn't as shitty as Sony, you know? Like, you know, it was just lead-free solder, man. It's just so weak. Lead-free solder. Yeah, I know, man. Literally, man. Honestly. Yeah, let me just comment something to you. Ready? Lead. Actually, no. Let me. Yeah. Oops. You're probably wondering why I said the L at the end. That was a little mistake. I didn't mean to say L. Okay, so Woodworm's like wiggling his head like a little parasite. Look at this, guys. Woodworm's being a little parasite. Please focus. Come on. I don't have all day. Trying to get focus on this bastard. What the hell? Okay, guys, let me get a tissue because this angle is not too good. Let me get a tissue. Just capture the little thing in the tissue and show you guys what it is actually like. Hopefully it doesn't escape now. Right. It's me capturing a woodworm. Hopefully it doesn't bite my hand off because that's what, you know, these creatures are kind of harmless. Right. There we go. They should see or look around now. I've captured it in a tissue now, so now it should like do something. Not sure if it's sleeping or if it's scared. But there's a lot of dust in this thing. Not sure if it's scary or anything. Come on, little wormy. Come out. You've got 5 seconds remaining. If you don't come out in those 5 seconds, you're gonna get squished. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, I squished the little wormy. Anyways, yeah, it looks like it's kind of floating on camera, I think. Probably. It's kind of a waste of my time. I'm just gonna go put this little thing outside. I will be right back. Be with you guys in a second. Okay, guys, I'm back and I've safely put the little wormy outside. Now the little What the fuck? There was another wormy here, guys. I only just noticed. Don't know where this wormy came from. If I zoom in. Where is it gone? It's not in the shot anymore. Hold on. Shit. There we go. Perfect shot right there. Oh shit, it actually moved. Let me focus the camera on that. Then now let me focus it back. Here we are. What the hell? Where's it gone? You can see his little head. Oh my god, it's moving. Okay. I'm not gonna waste my time with that too much. Right, basically what I'm gonna do, zoom in, zoom out. So, yeah, with the other wormy, I put the other wormy outside safely, and I was enjoying life. So, okay. So, oops, didn't mean to put the phone down too hard there. I'm gonna get this thing here, just gonna open it. Ah, fuck. Just, go sanitizing my hands real quickly. Because they're just so focused on this like wormy, doing interesting stuff. Anyways, basically I'm gonna switch the camera. Right. Oh, let me switch it again. Right. Close this now. It's back on the PS3. Alright. Gonna put this little chair back because, you know, putting back the chair. Oh shit. Putting back the chair. It's pretty heavy when you lift it. Okay, there we go. And, right. So now the PS3 is off, I'm gonna also switch back to the other HDMI. Might even turn off the TV. I don't know. Actually, I might. it's 9 o'clock. I need to sleep early. School's been keeping me really, really busy, guys. Trust. Anyways, what's it called? I am going to go into the menu here, and so right now we've got no signal, obviously. Menu like this, and then go to. No. I didn't mean to turn off my TV. I meant to go into HDMI. I was already in HDMI, but still. Just turn it on again. There are 18, 29, 31 frames there. Alright. Now let's go ahead and just switch over. There we go. No! Oh my god. Oh, didn't mean to decrease my volume. Okay. Now I'm just gonna turn it off. Probably see a little red light underneath. So, what now? Well, now I'm probably gonna go back. Actually, yeah, I was gonna show you guys my PC LED. No, not my PC LED. My PC sound it makes basically when the power's off. I have like a little voice memo. Right? It's very, very detailed. Now, in the streaming app I used for me to actually go live, how I'm right now on this device, is there's a little thing in like the audio settings, and I did put the audio bitrate to its lowest, so then it takes a low audio bitrate, but it still sounds high quality at the same time. I don't know. So I basically put the sound at its like lowest quality. Basically, I think I put more gain on the sound. That's probably what it is. But if I put it on high quality, it's gonna be way too sensitive then. So that's why I like just have it like this, because why not? Let me just put the. Okay. So guys, let me put the right. Oh yeah, my TV's still on. Hold on. No, my TV plug's still on. I mean, to plug off. Okay, there we go. Right. So, as you guys probably see, or you guys obviously can see, if I flip my PC like this, you guys see it's sleeping, yeah? You see the LED is pulsing really slow. It was not pulsing slowly, like, not pulsing like, it was pulsing like, yeah, basically kind of like the, when the PS4 is, when the PS4 turns on, then you can see there's like the blue pulsing light bar, which looks really nice. Okay, so I'm not going to turn on the PC, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone vertically, so like this, and now I'm going to put the phone wait, let me hear it from myself first. Hold on. Yeah. It's between the, I think it was the Y and U key. If I hold it really. Okay, so as you guys just heard that, hopefully my microphone actually picked it up. You could literally hear like one of the chips go. Yeah, subtitles might say music or I don't know, laughter or applause. Most likely music. I know the auto-generated subtitle always gonna say music. Anyways, there we are. We're back in the Windows and right, everything is fine. And my battery drains really, really quickly. And for some reason, my PC nowadays, it doesn't even tell me anymore, like it used to tell me. My PC never tells me that my battery's like my battery's low. Like whenever I'm watching a YouTube video, PC just goes, deet, it just shuts off randomly, because my battery is like what 15, minimum like 12, 11, probably even 10. It shuts off normally around 10%. Let's say, I think. I don't check my battery all that much. Mostly check like other stuff, but Uh, yeah. So 8 gigs of RAM does his PC really really nicely. So let's go ahead and go in. Let's just restart the PC because this RAM cache. I'm gonna clear the RAM cache. So restarting. So that's always a good option. Clear any cache in general, really. I know today in my school PC I went on disk cleanup and I basically just I went to disk cleanup and I basically just ticked all the files and deleted them. Obviously, to go into system files, you have to have administrative privileges. But obviously, this PCs in my school are just so shit. Honestly, like my account on there is it's not even administrative. It's like the PC has restricted mode on it. Yeah, it's terrible. So I tried everything out. I even went into gpedit.msc and yeah, there wasn't even enough files showing on there. So the administrator obviously did something to my account. Obviously, it was not just my account. A lot of other students' accounts, but obviously the teacher's account. They have barely any restrictions on the teacher's account. Because the teacher, obviously, they're more mature. I'm also mature, but I feel like doing stuff like going into stuff that requires administrative privileges. Say like you're gonna defrag your hard drive, that requires administrative privileges. Obviously not to launch the application, but to what's it called? Not to launch the application, but to what's the word called? Yeah, whenever you go on the application, any buttons on, and obviously not the cross, obviously not the X and the little square thing, to maximize the screen, or the minimize. Not any of those buttons. Besides those 3 buttons, obviously you need those buttons there. The buttons that are in the app itself, so like the schedule, like how many days a week and shit you're gonna let your hard drive defrag itself, or analyze and or optimize, basically, guys. So I am going to go ahead. Let's log in real quick. And my display drive is just kicked in. I just saw. My code instantly logs in. Alright, let's just go back. Let's go back here. Let's now do a full turn off. If it's gonna actually turn off. There we go. Shut down. See, guys, I'm mostly used to fast things nowadays, because nowadays everything is really fast. Because I make things fast, or they get fast via updating, or just over time, I guess. But yeah. So my PC is not performing how it normally would, as you guys will see, because I've disabled I disabled 2 Windows 10 services. You probably just heard the hard drive spin down. Now, yeah, one thing my hard drive does, ready? Probably just heard the hard drive then. I hope my microphone actually picked that up. The hard drive, it doesn't really sound lubricated, but on spin down, when it's when it's literally done spinning, basically when it's literally just there. Anyways, put my PC back. There we are. Just put this plug like how it was before, like that. I don't want to get in the way. All right. So now I'm just gonna hang around on my phone. Probably do stuff until my food arrives, because I've got food on the way. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. Yeah. So if you did enjoy, I'm trying to think of what else I could show you guys. Trying to think, guys. I really am. What else could I show you guys? Anyways, I don't know what else to show you guys. I'm just thinking really quickly. If you did enjoy today's stream, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye everyone.